Look around! So many ways to kill you. I command you to die! Don't bring that trash over here. You're going to die looking like that? You are right to fear my greatness.
Hey guys, welcome back to a new video. Today I'll show you how to play Qiyana. Ability sequence on Qiyana is Q max followed by E for the damage and mobility, and then W last, which is a short dash that allows Qiyana to empower herself by picking up different elementals. The ultimate is a best engaged tool, so make sure to put points into this whenever possible. Alright guys, so level 1 on Qiyana we want to be starting with a W, so it allows you to pick up elementals. And you have 3 elementals you can choose from. You have the river, which is the one I have right now. If you hit an opponent with a river elemental, it is going to stun them. Then you have the terrain elemental that I also picked up right now. It is going to deal bonus damage when the target is low HP. And the last one is brush, the green one. It allows you to become invisible. So we start with W level 1 because it gives us a dash, so we can dodge incoming abilities, but since Qiyana also gets empowered whenever she has an elemental, it makes it easier for you to farm in the early game here. So Qiyana's passive will make her next auto attack or ability deal bonus damage, and whenever you pick up a new elemental, that passive is going to be reset. So normally during engage guys, you want to make sure that you are using 2 different elementals. You do not want to be using the same one because otherwise you won't really reset that damaging passive. And your Q ability is how you use the elementals you have. So what I like to do is that you take the river elemental. Of course you want to be pressing W on the river so you get it. Start off with that in your combo because it's going to stun the opponent, and then you quickly swap to the terrain elemental for that bonus damage when they're low HP. When you look to fight on Qiyana, you want to make sure that you are at least level 3, because level 3 is when you get your dash ability so you can engage on the opponent. And what's really important to know is that if you use E and then Q mid-air, then Qiyana will automatically target the opponent, so you don't have to aim your Q. It's automatically going to target them, so it makes it really easy to hit it. Right here, that's a really good trade. So of course one engage is going to proc electrocute, so you get some really nice burst damage. I always like to go river elemental into the terrain because that gives you safe guaranteed damage. The brush elemental is something you use when you want to kite people and buy yourself some time because it allows your other cooldowns to come back up earlier. But in a normal full engage, you always want to go in with the river first and then into the terrain. That is like your maximum damage. So from level 3 is where you can win. That's just not making it out here. Nice attempt at kiting though. Got that first spot right there, so your W the short dash can also be used to hop over walls with, so she is pretty mobile because you have 2 dashes available on a fairly low cooldown even. And when you want to push waves, guys, you want to be using the terrain element because it gives you more damage to low HP targets, of course. Of course, we will be going for the lethality items here. She is an AD assassin. When it comes to the mythic items, you can use any of the assassin mythics. I like to use the dust plate because the main problem with Qiyana is that after she engages, she has no way out. So that's why that short or temporary invisibility upon takedown with dust plate can really help save her and buy herself some time. You can also use Prowler's Claw. It gives you really high kill potential because you can engage from double the range with that actor right there, and it also passively grants your items lethality, so it's going to absolutely shred squishy champions. But that lethality passive is also useless if they start building defensively. So that is the ultimate right there I used to kill Nico with. That is your best engaged tool. It's going to knock opponents back, and if you knock them into a wall, then it's going to spread and it will also stun them. So make sure that you try to throw them into the wall when you go for those engages. Because combine that river element stun with that ultimate stun and there's no way they're making it out. So normally what you want to do is that you have the river element up, then you go in with the EQ and then you follow up with your ultimate, and then you can use that W to reset your Q and get a terrain element. At that point they will already be low HP, so you are getting the full value out of the terrain. Very important to know that your W will reset your Q, guys. It is very important for all of your combos that you know this and play around it as well. Got the dragon, so that's perfect. We have a lead, so what happens when Qiyana gets a lead is that she just straight up one-shots the opponent. You don't even need your ultimate to one-shot them anymore. But we want to make sure that we get the big power spike. The big power spike is when you have the first mythic item. Get all of that extra AD lethality and some ability haste from the dust plate as well. Going to make it really easy to look for kills. Also, another thing I didn't mention, guys, is that you get bonus movement speed when you walk nearby the element you have currently. So if you have the river element and you walk in the river, then you get some bonus movement speed. So this is pretty useful for getting back to lane faster or when you want to roam, so keep that in mind. So when you walk from base into the lane, then you want to make sure that you have the terrain element, and then you walk nearby the turrets, the walls and so on, so you keep getting the bonus movement speed. Just gonna get the lucidity boots here because I don't have enough gold to get the first mythic item. That would obviously have been the best for us, but this is also really fine. Lucidity boots are really OP, they give you a lot of ability haste and they're cheap to buy as well, so those are the boots you'll be buying almost every single game. Of course, since we have a lead and we have our ultimate up, then we can just walk up and zone the opponent, and if she ever walks within range, then she's dead. You'll not be able to deal with all that burst Qiyana has. One of the most frustrating assassins to play against when she's ahead. Problem with Qiyana playing against her is that her damage is really hard to counter. Because that EQ combo almost makes it a guaranteed hit, so... Okay, that's a nice stun. So... Oh wow, I missed that ultimate, that was so bad. Okay, got us still. So yeah, that does happen sometimes with the ultimate, you can miss it of course. You don't always have to use it on the opponent though, because if you throw it into a wall then it's going to spread, right? So very good for team fighting around objectives like the dragon and baron and so on, because it really zones the opponents away, or if you catch them then it's going to stun them as well. So Qiyana is one of those fewer assassins who can be useful at all stages of the game just because of this ultimate right here. Now we have the dust play, so this is the big power spike right here. As I said earlier, you can go for all three mythics. It's really a preference thing. I know some Qiyana players like to go for the Prowler's Claw because it allows you to engage from double the range. So basically you can use the active on the minions and then E towards the champion. They will never expect it, you get a lot of kills from that, but I like the dust plate because, as I said before, the problem isn't getting the kills, the problem is getting out of a fight after you got the kills. And that is basically what dust plate helps with, because you get that invisibility after you get a takedown, so the opponents won't really be able to focus you down, because what happens in a fight is that the moment they see Qiyana, they're just going to focus you down. So that invisibility is really OP for you to basically protect yourself while also engaging on top of the opponent. See, I didn't even aim my Q right here, guys. It automatically targeted Kai'Sa because of that EQ combo, so it's very hard to miss it. Yeah, this is what Qiyana is really good at. She's very good at roaming, and that is what you have to focus around. If you can't find any kills in the mid lane, you're in a bad matchup or something, then try to push out the waves. Wow, what is she doing? Yeah. I'm not sure what happened right there. Looks like she DC'd or something. And we got the herald down, so of course we're going to break open the middle tower, the most important outer tower in the game, because it is going to open up the entire jungle for Hecarim and me as well, so we can roam around as we wish. Also keep invading the enemy jungler, so he won't really be able to farm safely anymore. Gonna keep pushing here, there we go, now we can just roam into the enemy jungle. That was the brush element right there, so you don't really want to be using this a lot of the time when engaging. Because it is mainly to kite people and buy yourself some time. It is not for damage. It is always better when engaging that you have the river element for the stun and then follow up by the burst from the terrain. Get Qiyana here. Can dive because the wave is coming in. Oh, that was a bad do right there. There we go, look at that burst damage. Oh, wow, I can't really press on the lens. What? It's like if they place it right below minions, then it's so hard to click on it. I would almost have died right there if I tried to click on it, so I just walked away. So almost have 3k gold, we can just sell that refillable potion, then we have the Yumus Ghostblade. This is almost like a core item on Qiyana, mainly because of that actor right there, so it gives you some bonus movement speed, so it allows you to catch up to people. It also allows you to get to other lanes faster, so you make sure that they can't really get away. We have to help out our top lane right here. He's struggling a lot into Ilaoi. Have our ultimate up as well. I'll stun this guy here. That invisibility is really good, guys. I still think it's really OP because whenever you get a kill, you just become invisible, so they won't really be able to target you, right? So really helps with that repositioning, waiting for those cooldowns to come back up, and then you can just repeat, engage, get a kill, and then go invisible again. During the mid game though, you mainly want to be in the side lane. You don't want to stay mid. Mid is the safest lane in the mid game, so you want to let your ADC stay mid and then you just go in the side lane. Because most champions won't be able to match you in the side lane because of that huge burst you have, so they don't really... If there's a mage in the side lane, then that's just a free kill for you. Try to roam around the map in the enemy jungle, try to be as annoying as you possibly can. Oh, it lagged right there, I think. I'm not sure what happened. That's a really nice lantern by Thresh. He just saved me, otherwise I would have given away a massive bounty. Almost died again though, because I couldn't click on the lantern at the start. What you can do if it's hard to properly click on the lantern is that you can zoom in on your character, then you'll see that ring appear around the lantern and then you can click on it. Next item at this point is usually the armor pin, because people start building armor items against you, especially if you're fit. They have bruisers top lane, and in the jungle and the mid lane is most likely probably has the Seeker's Vanguard. Should have it. Of course you need that armor pin, and on top of that, that also makes your ability slow, so makes it even harder for them to escape you. So I'm going for the ADC here. There's who you want to be focusing fights. You want to go for the carries. The ADC and the mid laner should be your main focus every game. If you take out the carries, then it's a free win. So you want to be looking to flank people, not engage from the front. Also make sure that you have an elemental at all times, guys, because it also passively empowers you with bonus attack speed, so always have elementals up on Qiyana. Try to wait here and see if you can find a kill. You can hop over walls with a W, just like that. It's pretty free. You can also look for a kill on Kai'Sa, just picking up the river element here so we stun her. That way it's impossible for her to dodge anything. Wait for her to push up a bit and then we can go for the kill. Go, did not have to burn the ultimate either because we are so fed right now. Even if you weren't fit, guys, and you are just up decent farm, then you can still pull this off because she's an assassin with incredible burst damage. Still need a bit more gold for the armor pin item, so just gonna wait a bit here. It is burnt, that's fine. Use that green element to kite people with. Get that invisibility to get out again, so this is why I really like Dustblade. Because it really does catch people off guard. Time you get a kill, even though they know it's going to give you the invisibility, they always get caught off guard. Ultimate. Going to be focusing me down the moment I go within range, so that's why I just tried to poke him in the start without walking in, and then once he's low HP, then I can go in. I don't know how she had vision of me right there. They did try to flash me though. We have to defend topside as well. And we have the armor pin item, so we're also going to destroy the bruisers at this point. The good thing though, guys, is that Qiyana is actually pretty decent right now. And on top of that, she's actually getting buffed really soon, so going to be a lot better. Not only that, one of the good items, the Serpent's Fang, the item that is good against shields, is also getting buffed. Qiyana will be a lot better from the next patch, so that is something you can look forward to if you like to play the champion. Go pretty free, we just keep on wait out for that Ilaria thing to run out. I think it will slow me if I just walked out of the zone here, so the problem with assassins like this is that you won't really have that high farm because wave clearing is decent but not the best. A mage can easily wave clear and farm out the camps. That is not something assassins are really good at. Because you need time to set up the wave properly to make sure that your Q hits all of them, so it does time. Pushing here, I have the green element, so if they try to chase me, then I can just use that to get away. That slow is also really nice to have. You can kite people, you can also make sure that they don't really escape you. Nice, alright. Pressure for the Baron. We also have a Rift Herald coming in mid. And the jungler is down, so that should be free Baron. Or the base towers. Now Serpent's Fang, guys, is another really good item on Qiyana, especially if you play against enchanters like a Qiyana or a Lulu. And if they have other shields, Nico also has shields on her ultimate, so it's going to make you deal bonus damage to shield the targets. And from next patch, it is going to make it so it reduces the incoming shields, so it's going to be a really good item on Qiyana. Then the last item after that is the Edge of Night, because you need that shield that can block out abilities. So you make sure that you don't get focused and CC'd down. That's a really nice ultimate right there. Go. And the FF, so this was the Qiyana guide. I hope this was useful, and as always, see you guys in the next one.